Hello and welcome back for the Ultraviolent Session 3. We missed last week, unfortunately, due to people having birthdays and the silly Easter holiday, which I guess for some people isn't silly, but as it as it is, it was, and so shall it ever be. That sounds very official when I say it that way. But we are back, and the last time we beat up some people inside of a dock wagon truck. And
Yeah, that happened.
it was a
We stabbed them too.
yeah, no, it was an interesting situation. But now that we've cleaned up a bit of our prison things, it's been, I think it was a couple of days later. So now we're gonna have a first proper shadow run. Did anybody have anything they want to do with their little bit of downtime as far as spending money or stuff, or shall we get into the brand new day that we are into?
I got a
just picked up
lunch.
We're allowed to have money?
Oh, I gave you a bunch of karma.
You're not.
It's true, I did that.
Let's see.
I just picked up some skills. That's all.
Yeah,
To pay
Yeah.
for real bills.
picked up some martial art technique.
I have charisma now.
Oh, you always
I
had
haven't.
charisma, but it was a special
I
kind
have
of charisma.
Slightly more charisma now.
I'm notorious for stockpiling karma until I have 30 before I spend it.
Yeah, he is.
I feel that. I feel that a lot, actually. Excellent. Then in that case, it's going to be. Oh, let's say it's a Saturday morning, super bright and early. You guys are probably all asleep because I don't imagine the ragtag group of people we have here get up before any time in the early afternoon, maybe 11ish.
I would say Ascend actually wakes up somewhat early.
Yeah,
At least some of the time. He's not.
same.
So what time would you say you guys usually wake up?
Anywhere between 6 and 8, unless a run had us out late.
You are a very industrious small man.
He is,
course
well,
we
he
are.
has. He never stops learning kung fu. So,
I'd say Archon's
As a-
probably up before 10, depending on how drunk he was, since he'll be fairly regimented in that respect.
And what time would you
As
say?
it probably
Go ahead.
wakes up. At between 6 and 8 too, just because that's what she was used to for the past 6 years, and it's hard to shake it.
This is true. I had forgotten that. So I was planning on calling you obnoxiously early in the morning, but not that obnoxiously early. I was hoping to disrupt your sleep. However, on this bright and early day, well, Acid, you will get a phone call as you are probably getting up and getting started.
Just hang out, looking at the place, contemplating how much it sucks.
But it's freedom
It is,
and
but
a
it's
pig.
still a shitty place though.
Yeah.
The pig's just sleeping in a corner somewhere. Or maybe it's already up, who knows? I don't know.
It's doing pig things. But your comm will begin to ring right about 8:15 in the morning.
So, does it show who's calling?
It's got a little picture of a knight errant badge on it.
Oh my god, I don't want to pick that up, but I have to. Yeah, just gonna pick it up and say, hello?
Good morning. How are you today? Isn't it just great outside? Have you had breakfast yet?
I have. Thanks.
That's good.
Good
Breakfast
morning.
is the most important meal of the day. So I just needed to check and do our little call in. We're gonna have to do these, maybe twice a week or so, with you also coming in at some point or another. But we can figure that out. Depending upon when is good for you. Are you adjusting okay to life on the outside? I know it can be a little rough.
I'm working on it. It's going okay. Thanks.
Wonderful. I've got the results from your physical. Glad to hear that you're in proper tip-top condition. Wouldn't want any, say, illnesses to follow you home.
Yeah, it's nice being healthy.
Wonderful. Have you found a place to live? Because I will have to add that into your file.
For now, yes. I guess I'll just give him the address of this whatever
The McHughes.
burger joint.
Yep. It's like, okie dokie, I have that all recorded here. Excellent. I will see you in, today is Saturday. Is Tuesday good for you?
Sure.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do you have a time of the day you would like to stop by? Or should I just schedule you when I'm free?
Maybe in the morning. Yeah.
I can make you a spot in the morning. Let's put you in for 9:45. And
Well,
I'll write that right here. Tuesday. Officer friendly meeting. Excellent. When we're done, there's a little place down around the corner that has some wonderful brunch.
around here, around the corner. What? Okay.
No,
See?
by where you go into. I think I said it was in downtown where his office was.
Yeah, it's somewhere in a sort of crappy, but not actually crappy neighborhood.
Wonderful. I look forward to it. Have a pleasant day.
Yes, it here.
And then he will hang up the phone, and you will be free from Officer Friendly until Tuesday at 9:45.
Wonderful. I can't wait.
I'll be honest, when you phoned, you started being all friendly, I almost expected just Acid to go, and just put the comm link down.
I can't do that.
Just like, no.
If that happens, then Officer Francis has to come around to find out what's wrong and why he didn't answer the phone.
I answered
Gonna
and then I put it down.
trace me.
Yeah, no, you definitely want to avoid being backtraced. So later on, about 12:30, 12:45-ish in the afternoon, who's probably the closest to Mama Jones?
How close is an abandoned hotel?
I meant as in friendly. But
I would probably say interchange, because
Right.
since he's got that crazy intelligence, he's probably the person that she comes to for advice on logistics.
Logistics.
Right.
I would assume. I don't know.
No, that's fine. So around that time, you will get a quick message with a little heart at the end from Mama Jones saying, "Hey, can you get your boys together? And got a friend of mine needs something done." Winky face heart.
Sure thing, Mama. As I text back, and then a heart back as well.
Wonderful. She wouldn't want
Yeah.
you to think that you didn't love her.
Exactly. You don't want her to think that. That would be terrible. She'd probably kill you.
Maybe rip you in half. She is I believe a giant troll was the description that we gave for her.
Yeah, with cyber arms.
Yeah.
Wait, a troll? I thought she was an orc.
No, if she was an orc, she wouldn't live long enough.
Yeah.
For the age.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess Interchange just like leans out the window and yells down to Ascend, who's probably in the alleyway, training. She's like, "Yo, we got to get everybody together. Come inside or finish up whatever you're doing."
I don't respond, but after a minute or two, I do go in.
And I send a message to everybody, though I don't expect Archon to actually get it.
He'll be there eventually.
Okay.
Has Archon kept up his job or trying to get his job?
Yeah, he'll go in like every few days, like every couple of days or something, just to because it looks suspicious if Doc Wagon Van goes missing and he just suddenly stops being there.
I think it's because you actually really like Bradley.
I mean, didn't have to throw him under the bus. So that was helpful.
It was unfortunate. You'll get him soon enough.
Yes,
At
yes.
some point, we can sacrifice him for our greater good.
The greater good.
Our greater good.
So, would you go in on Saturday, or would you just be a giant sloth somewhere today?
To be honest, he'd probably be out punching things on Saturday.
Sure.
Just things.
He's not going to be fussed about who he's punching. He's basically, this is his wind off days, you know what I mean?
But like, will light poles and telephone booths also suffice?
Abandoned car, punch.
How dare it be in my place? Yeah, no, it'll be, yeah, he'll probably be at a gym or something.
Sure. Acid, do you answer the call to go to this little mini-meet with Mama Jones?
Yeah, he'll just basically go get in his car and drive down.
That's right, you do actually have a car.
I'm nearby, right? I can just stroll over.
Yeah, you can just stroll over. Pet the piggy on your way out, that kind of thing. Mama will have set down fresh doilies and be happy when the boys come up. It's like, wonderful kitties, I'm glad that you could make it. Mama's got well, not a problem, but Mama's friend's got a problem, and Mama happens to owe this friend a favor. So, Mama's gonna need you guys to settle Mama's debt for her. Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, no problem. You've been nice enough to put us up here.
Excellent. And then she's going to give you a location that's in downtown. There is well, he should be there pretty much all day, every day except for Sunday. He's a pleasant Southern gentleman, which I am not going to try and do an accent for. I'm sorry. I just don't think that I could hold a straight face and do it at the same time.
Give us your best foghorn leghorn.
It's been too many years since I've seen that, but I only remember the one with the little chicken genius kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he just like, I don't want to look in there in case I'm actually in there, and breaks the walls of everything.
I don't remember that.
It was good times.
It's been a long time.
Right? That's why I don't want to ruin that moment for myself. So if you guys could just take care of whatever it is he needs taken care of, Mom will be real happy about that. 'Cause, you know, when people, and she's gonna look over at Acid, like, when people come a calling from one's past, it's a little awkward.
I understand. We'll do our best. We'll get it done. You can count on me.
Can I get you guys anything before you go?
I'm curious, the bowl of sweets that she had, is it still exactly the same?
You gonna actually rifle through it?
I mean, he was just kind of like staring at it.
Yep, it is. To your eyes, it is the same.
I am not testing those waters.
Damn banana strawberry Laffy Taffy.
It is a trap, a test, if you would.
If you take one, you'll die of something.
Oh god, that would be horrifying if it was like left over from her enforcer days and it was just poison candy and that's how she killed people.
That'd be amazing, though.
Yeah.
It's just,
Would you like some candy?
it's got doses of K10 in it.
Oh god. It's the worst candy ever.
The best candy ever.
This is terrible. Give me all of it.
It turns out it wasn't actually candy the whole time. It was just capsuled DMSO rounds full of various assorted drugs.
Drug candy.
Yep.
That actually makes it sound more appealing.
But if you guys don't have any other questions for Mama Jones, she will kind of shoo you out the door so that you can get on to helping her her associate.
Yeah, totally. I assume we're taking Archon's car and the monocycle.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not riding in that monkey's car.
And how big is this motorcycle? And how run overable is it?
It's faster than your car, so fuck it.
Damn it.
It would be an interesting situation. I imagine it was fairly run overable because it's probably a little smaller than normal given as it's been driven by a gnome. But if you got it from the side, it would be really easy to run over because it's just a monocycle, you know.
Might have to accidentally see about that. There's a monkey now.
As a random aside, did I get a chance to fix up any of the stuff in the queues? I did take some ranks in that.
Sure. Like the basic stuff that was already there is
Yeah.
that kind of stuff you could, like, when you open the thing and it's like, oh god, it's full of spiders and dust. It is now no
And then
longer filled of spiders and dust.
I got my Ingrid smart gun in there and shot up all the spiders.
That sounds like a very dangerous way to deal with spiders, but totally appropriate.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to
No. We've been
on a
on.
tangent there.
We're getting back into it after last week.
Right.
So the location that you were given is from a quick sixth-world Google is a small dealership. Small as in not a giant chain. It deals mostly in used vehicles. It comes down to, it says like, come on down to Big Bob's Used Autos. And then it has one of those, you know, those crappy commercials that look like they were put together by the whoever is the owner doing their child doing a school project.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's basically the commercial you get. And
Awesome.
it has a picture of that man that is there as Big Bob. Big hat, nice southern suit, and a accent, and all of that other wonderful stuff.
I can already picture him and hear him just by looking at the picture.
Perfect.
Like his whole everything, all his mannerisms.
His wobbly jowls and everything.
Yes.
I mean, I've read so many books with people that look like that you just don't even need to think about it anymore.
I do love me some tropes and cliches.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I definitely comment how nice your car sounds now,
Thank you.
Archon.
You fixed it.
Yes.
And you haven't managed to wreck it by all of the driving you've done with it down to the docks and back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I haven't hit anything.
I'm very proud of you.
Fine.
Ryan, you still got that matrix, that arcane backdrop all day?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I missed that entirely. Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay. Can I ride in a motorcycle with the gnome?
Very dangerously.
Define very.
It would go from not asking for a pilot test to asking for a pilot test because it's not like, well, for one, he's a gnome, so he's a lot smaller than a normal person. For two, like on a motorcycle, it's got a little bit of that back seat that you can just kind of sit on. A motorcycle has a wheel there.
I kind of want to see it work.
Ian, how good is your piloting?
I don't think I bothered to put much into it after I just decided not to live in a van. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's not good. 6 dice.
Yeah, maybe he'll just ride in his car then.
It is the kind of thing that's got to kind of grow out from where it is, but it's if
I just really don't like him.
well, yeah, no, he's an ugly jerk face, so
I love the idea of having this mage with 3 people that are like anti-magic.
it's like, why doesn't it work on you?
Hey, I was born this way. I can't help shit.
Or you could drive that piece of shit car into a ravine. That would help everybody.
But you only
Probably
want
not
him
wrong.
to do. You only want him to do that if he's still driving it.
Oh yeah.
Don't wear your seatbelt. It's for losers.
Yeah, only Only dumb kids wear seatbelts. Wear your seatbelts, people. It saves lives. And more importantly, saves you from getting useless tickets to give them probable cause to search your car. But rolling up onto the dealership, there are a number of different used vehicles and most of your common varieties. Americars, Gophers, a Shenyang or two. There's a smaller lot off to the side that's got some Scorpions, Mirage, a bunch of Dodge Scoots in a variety of different colors. There are pennant banners that are kind of put up everywhere. The AR is like Big Bob's Used Autos and nice big swipey letters. And towards the back there is a small building. Looks a little bit smaller than the McHughes. Fits probably a singular office and some your basic amenities that one would need to operate in a building for an extended period of time.
Excellent. Well, when we drive into the lot and park, I will get out and make my way towards the building.
Everybody else going with, or?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure the car is locked and then follow.
Sure.
People start looking at the car, they're gonna have an issue.
Nah. Yeah, so as you pull and park your car, you'll look around. You notice that most of the other cars here look way nicer than your car. Doesn't really surprise you, I don't think.
Yeah, that's fine. At least no one's gonna try and buy it. That's what I need.
There is not a nice big Nguyen sign on it.
Excellent.
So
It's free.
as you approach the car, not the car. I'm sorry, you're leaving the car. As you approach the door, a rotund gentleman with a nice big hat will come walking briskly out the door with a big smile on his face and like, "Why, hello there, gentlemen. Welcome down to Big Bob's. How can I help you today?" I lied. I tried to do
it. So Interchange just says, "Hi, Big Bob," and
He goes for a giant handshake.
I shake with a giant hand.
Excellent. Good. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Kind of auto can I get you into? And he has somehow turned you around and is now walking beside you towards the lot of cars to attempt to sell you one.
I just let him do it because I'm interested in his cars, but at the same time, like, I was sent by a mutual friend to take care of some business.
Oh, well, I see. That is wonderful to hear. You all look
So
like...
I am interested in your cars.
He's going to do that thing where he straightens up his suspenders and looks at he's like, "Well then, you and your..." Looking over to the three of you. "You and your associates, which business would you like to talk about first, then?"
Well, first things first, let's deal with your problem.
Wonderful. He's going to turn and he's like, "Come, let's go inside. Best not to ruin the nice weather out here with talks of things."
Yeah, sure.
It'll be a small office with a singular desk and a couple of chairs that you are brought into. Does have like a little soy calf machine and that kind of stuff off on the side that if people were there waiting for a little while, they can
Nice.
hospitality themselves.
I will immediately start making myself some soy calf.
Excellent. It's like, well, here's the problem. As you can see, I have a number of quality, genuine UCAS and CAS vehicles here for sale. However, sometimes people don't like to pay what's owed when they purchase a vehicle.
Interchange just gives a big exaggerated nod. I think I see where you're going with this.
I do hope that you are able to assist me in this matter, and let me get down to the skinny. A man has purchased a vehicle from me. From there, he seems to have done something quite stupid that led him to do something else stupid.
As people are wont to do.
Unfortunately, sir. Unfortunately. He went and he took his car, made a few modifications to it, and then, well, before he finished paying me for said fine quality automobile, he went and lost it in a street race. And now, he's going to lean back in his chair, and now, he don't think he has to pay me no more, because he doesn't have the car. That's not Big Bob's fault now, is it?
Definitely not.
Wonderful. Glad that you can see it. See some sense, boy. That is good to know. So what I need
Just
you
smile.
fine folks to do is to, one, teach that boy a little bit of a lesson. You just disrespect a man's business like that. It is not neighborly. Two, if you could get me the car back, that'd be great.
How much of a lesson do you want us to teach him?
Well, gentlemen such as myself has never been one for the overly violent lessons, but maybe just slightly violent lessons. Maybe
So
just...
charts and should I bring a chalkboard? I'm just kidding.
I don't think
We got
he's
it.
I don't think he's quite the learned individual.
So Interchange looks around a little bit conspiratorial, and he's like, so if I were to perhaps take some other vehicles that I might mistake as this vehicle that's owed to you, would you be able to do anything with that?
The twinkle in the eye of a man that is not Santa Claus has appeared in his eye. But why, good sir, I believe what you are saying is downright criminal, and I do not associate myself with criminals, I am sad to say. Just people who are willing to do me some favors.
Fair
Giant
enough.
toothy grin.
So
while
I
we're
just
parking
narrowed
around
my
back
eyes
then-
at him.
Sorry, there was two people at once there. I know somebody narrowed their eyes.
Yeah. Archon's like narrowing his eyes, like really squinting at the guy now.
Is Archon
And,
trying to get something out of him, or?
No, he doesn't like the way he's talking.
And Ascend says, so we'll just park him around back then?
He'll turn to you as you're over there making soy calf. I may or may not have a associate of mine that could give you a location. Not that I would know anything about it.
Of course not.
Of course not.
So what are you trying to judge with your 3 hits on judge intentions?
That was just to make sure that I picked up on the
The wink and a
that
smile.
yeah.
Excellent.
Well, more that I
white
wanted you
person.
to confirm it. That's all.
Yep. Putting mechanics to winks and smiles, I understand.
Yep.
Now I noticed
Okay,
the group
go
of you
ahead.
came in a single vehicle and a half. The motorcycle is a fantastic little joyriding machine, but have you ever thought about getting a authentic Ford Americar built right here in the UCAS?
Possibly.
Considered
No.
it, but I don't think we can afford it.
It's a bit mundane, if you ask me.
It is a classic, I will assure you.
Yeah, I think we might need something bigger than that, but we can deal with that when this all shakes out.
Excellent. That is a fantastic part. Now, if you boys have any questions, I would be happy to answer them to the best of my knowledge.
Where do these street
Oh.
races take place?
Who won the car?
Let me get you the name of the poor sap that purchased the car from a man of questionable reputation.
I do believe that was slander.
Yes.
Why, I never. So a man by the name of Christopher J. McDonald is the one that purchased it. While Big Bob is not sure where the street race part of it took place, he does know that it was in Tourstville. Because that's the kind of thing that happens in Tourstville. It's the kind of thing where rich corp kids go to slum it, and something like a street race is very much something that is slummable. It's like, hey, let's go race for pinks in cars that are worth more than these people's lives.
So he doesn't know who has the car now.
He does not know who won it. No.
Okay.
Does anybody have more than 6 dice for driving?
Yeah,
I have
I do.
4.
Okay,
I
how
have
much
it.
do you have, Ethan?
8.
Gangs will do you pretty good. Give me do a quick double check on some notes that I should have taken, but instead I was taking a nap.
Yeah, no problem. I'm looking at other skills to roll.
Yeah. Would I be? Yeah, I've got area knowledge and gangs as well. Actually, I think I'll roll those.
This is where we all roll on our skills. I can get in on that.
Yep.
Is it possible that I could leverage my auto mechanics on this to know about where people might be racing and whatever? Because maybe I've worked on a car that's been raced in Seattle.
You could probably do that. I will allow it.
Would Sprawl Life or Underworld apply here?
Sprawl Life definitely would. As you know, it's in tourist. Like Underworld would give you information, but as it's in Touristville, that is probably more of a gang thing than a organized crime thing.
Okay.
So you know that in the just double check this game.
That's not impressive.
So you guys know that the 5 hits on gangs. The Brain Eaters are a thrill gang that is based out of Touristville. They have
Brain Eaters?
Yep. They're not a big gang, but they have a fair bit of Matrix presence, and they are into doing crazy things for the thrill of it. Lots of drugs, because drugs are exciting. That is a decent chance for who may be involved, if it is a gang thing, or at least they might be somebody that you could go to for information, as that is in their area. Your knowledge on Seattle, were you trying to come up with anything specific, or just kind of... I said...
That's you, Tricks.
I just rolled on my skills.
I wanted to push the button. So you would know that there is a bunch of basically impromptu drag races and strip races that happen in the less than policed areas. They typically pop up for a night or two. Things of questionable legality will happen, and then they will disappear. If nothing goes like crazy, like there's not a giant shootout or giant car crash, the law enforcement doesn't usually get involved, because why am I going to send a squad car down there when it's not going to be there come tomorrow, and it's in Touristville anyway, or the Barrens? So just let them deal with it. Let whoever is owning of that territory handle it.
Sure.
You could totally race with a motorcycle, by the way. I encourage this.
I'm not gonna waste my time with those chumps.
Perfect. 2 hits on an auto mechanic.
Yeah, I know.
Not really. Archon, you rolled 2 things that you got 2 hits on with no label on them.
It does. It's the first thing.
Oh, there it
the
is.
words knowledge skill.
I see it now.
Yeah, it's area knowledge and gangs. So nothing useful.
So
Are you guys actually considering betting the car back?
I mean, if we had some, 8 dice isn't terrible, but I don't think it's good enough for us to really bet on driving well to win it. So I think theory and violence are going to be our best tools.
they're pretty good tools.
Yeah, they are.
And we're pretty good at using them.
I mean, as long as you can get the smallness of a gnome into the driver's seat of a car.
Well,
Well,
as
the
you-
2 of us drove the dock wagon pretty effectively,
Yeah.
so...
Oh god, now I remember you did.
I forgot about that too.
Curiously, what roles would you need to hotwire a car in Shadowrun?
So
Automotive mechanic?
it depends upon the situation, but you could totally do a mix of hardware if you had a lot of time. Auto mechanic would get it done a lot quicker. Dependent upon how it was locked down, you might need some form of locksmithing or something, or maybe auto mechanic as well, to get inside of the vehicle in the first place. So it really depends upon the specifics of it, or if you got the guy's comlink that owned the car with like the whole ownership thing, you could just turn on his comlink, hit a button to remote start the car, and input GPS coordinates, and the car would drive itself there.
Okay.
That might be some kind of computer test, dependent on, like if you were trying to do it under duress, it might be some kind of computer test or something to do it quickly, since it's not your comlink, but it wouldn't be a...
Is there any chance that Big Bob has the comlink number that we could use to maybe give it to Data Blitzer and he could do something with it?
So he has Christopher McDonald's phone number, because that is associated with the bit of paperwork that they signed, and he's able to supply his comm code for what that's worth.
Cool. Also, what kind of car was it? Oops. God damn it.
Alright, no, I'm not doing any more notes. Notes are all on you guys. As I don't have Rigger 5 open, we're going to go with it being a... Where's this one here that's got a high speed?
How high are we looking?
I think it's just the Xingyang has the highest speed out of the base things. It was a Hyundai Xingyang that Big Bob did also cut him a little bit of a deal on, as you know, you can raise your own eyebrows to what the word deal there means.
Sexual favors, obviously.
It may or may not have been a stolen car to begin with. Who knows?
Do we have the address for McDonald?
You have the
It's on
address
the farm, obviously.
You have the address that was on the form. That would be... So I look up my Seattle map again. By look up, I mean Google's Shadowrun map.
Tell me this Christopher McDonald's at least very old. Like... Well, how old... Like, what is his age?
He is 19.
That is disappointing.
Why is that disappointing?
Because I was going to just hum the Old MacDonald song as I beat him up, to be honest.
I'm sorry,
God, I hate you, Ryan.
I don't understand that reference. It's like 100 plus years old.
It's amazing, though.
So
the second I heard his name.
He lives in Bellevue, near the border of Bellevue and Redmond.
What type of area is that?
Bellevue is a nicer area. It is in the C to, I believe, double or triple A in some areas. He's
that's nice.
The Bellevue side of it that is on the border is closer to a C rating. So you may see a patrol sometime over the course of an hour and a half. Probably won't, unless it happens to be near one of the checkpoints. But
And he's in the AAA or the C area?
he's in the C area. He is much closer to the Redmond border.
That's fine then.
Yeah. Well, now, if you boys don't have any other questions, it will be a pleasure to have this completed within the week.
Yeah, no problem.
4 hours, probably. No, just kidding.
That is mighty industrious of you, young lady. I would be most impressed.
I wouldn't be. We'll see. We'll definitely have it done within the week, though. If you think of anything else that might be helpful, I give him the number to a Metalink that I have.
Sure. It's like, you know where to reach me, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
and yeah, we can leave.
Wonderful. And he will get up and escort you out and be waving through the window at you as you guys pull away.
So guys, what do you think? Should we just at least do a drive-by this guy's place, and then head on over to I don't remember the area that we're going to. Downtown? Yeah, downtown. And go talk to some of the brain eaters.
They're at Turstville.
Touristville, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should probably talk to the guy first. He would know who has the car now.
Yeah,
Well-
like if he's in his house, we can drop by, visit him,
Sure.
shoot him in the leg a few times.
Let's
Yeah.
not do that because I've heard that people can die from that.
It
I mean,
takes
well,
a while.
Just one
I know
shot to the
biology.
leg
I
and they
can
die.
watch.
Dude, I've seen it. I swear.
I've seen it on the trids, man.
Just avoid those arteries and those veins. Be fine.
I used that as an excuse earlier today in a game I played in. It's like, yeah, no, I saw it in the trids. It's fine. This is how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
So you guys want to go track down young man Christopher McDonald?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Are you just gonna drive by his house, or you want to call him?
Drive by his house first, just to see if he's home by any chance.
Don't call him. Where's
We
the
don't-
fun if he knows we show up?
Yeah, exactly. We want to surprise him.
Sure. So if you guys want to give me some perception tests as you just kind of slow roll through the neighborhood,
Sure thing.
Visuals.
a flavor
No, I
of your
have to-
choice. I don't recommend trying to taste things as you drive by, but
Just open the window, hanging your head out.
oh. I mean, unless you were like a dog shifter, in which case I would give you bonuses for that.
What? That is a lot of ones.
How many
That is
ones?
A lot of ones. That's more than half. No, it's not
That's
more
less
than
than
half.
half.
God, I can't remember what my vision is. Give me a second.
It's a lot.
I think it's 15 without I finish up adding bonuses.
What, 15?
Yeah, because I
Crazy.
get +3 from BioWare and +1 from BioWare, and then 11. So yeah, that would make sense. 15.
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
I mean, I could do magic to look for him, but I don't know what he looks like on a magical. So,
Did not do well.
No, that's a shame for the giant pile of dice you supposedly have.
Yeah,
So the
there's
high,
a lot of ones.
it is. Yeah.
how many though?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Not
5,
enough.
6.
Six.
Out of 15.
Oh, how unfortunate.
So close.
I know.
I spawned somebody's arch
Almost
nemesis
crashed
when
your
he
car.
glitched the perception test the other day. It was great. So as you guys are driving by, you will see that this is not exactly a great neighborhood. It's got definitely a bit of the influence from the Barrens has spilled over here. It's a couple of blocks away from one of the checkpoints, so it does have a bit of safety to it, but at the same time, the influence has crept, but still has a bit more of that security. It is a apartment building. It looks to be about 5 floors high. From the address, his actual apartment's on the 3rd floor.
Okay. But we can't tell that if he's home or not.
Not by driving by outside of a building with no picture. Like, there's of course
Right.
a punk kid or two that is sitting on the stoop, because but you don't know if either of them
So-
are him.
So which
I
one
can
of us
just-
is the least assuming here?
Me, when I go astral, I'm invisible. I just walk right in.
This is true. You become a ghost.
Sure. If would places like this have any kind of protection against that? I would assume not.
Not really.
Not unless they expect something first.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. We'll park our car
Yeah,
somewhere.
The closest you would have to magical protection is the checkpoint. That's a little way away, but this is happening down here, so they don't care.
I'm just stay in the car and then astrally project. and then float right up through
So-
the window.
Swimming through the immediate pool of gross that you seem to be finding yourself in whenever you project in this little car.
Oh my god. Fucking I forgot about.
You
I
can give
just
me.
go back in my body and walk away from him first.
It feels a little sticky. It's like,
I'm
gross.
also tell him that he's. I just walk away.
Sure.
No
That is what I
words.
feel like, apparently.
No words.
I am sticky.
Yeah. So no, if you want to give me a sensing test, and we'll see what you can kind of find out.
I didn't spell it right.
4 hits is pretty good. It's no fair that you guys are in the Twitch chat, so you can see that it's like they forgot to ask how much they were getting paid.
We didn't forget.
I mean, I forgot.
I mean, I just assumed it was a favor for.
Yeah, me too.
No, it's fine. It just puts Big Bob in a better bargaining position when the job's done. It's the way he likes it.
That's what he
Fine.
thinks. Doesn't he know the name of our gang?
It's like, we'll just get ultraviolent upon him.
We don't ask about what we're getting paid. We demand how much we feel like we want when we're done.
Oh,
I mean, we did a good job. Pay us more.
I said we did a good job.
My
So
gun says we did a very good job.
with 4 hits on a sensing test, you'll kind of go into the building, which has got a nice neutral background count, that kind of thing. You will notice that there is 2 auras in there, 1 male, 1 female, and a aura of what looks like a cat, maybe a small dog.
Sure. That's enough. I'll just walk out to back where the gang is.
So you guys you'll float on out of there, and there you are. You are back in your meat sock.
Meet Zach. I let the gang know that he seems to be home with his girlfriend.
Okay.
Leverage.
What time is it?
Let's say probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, ish.
Okay.
Should we just walk up to the door, ring, and then smile at him and be like, well, what would you say in that situation?
Nothing.
Hi. We're here to fuck you up for being an asshole. Just push in and
smile
beat
at
'em up.
him and then shoot him in the kneecap.
No, because I assume that this is like a situation where you need to be buzzed in before you can even get to the apartment. Or is that not the case?
Kind of hard to say without being in there.
Well, I didn't know if when we drove by, like, we saw, like, one of those intercom systems on the outside.
Well, the intercom system will totally be there regardless. I know there's intercom systems outside of my my building, and it's not a buzz-in thing.
Oh, okay. Then,
But there are
Box
a pair of
something?
hoodlums on the stoop, though.
Okay. Let's just go in there then. We'll try and get in, and if we can't get in through the door, just if it's not open, then we'll just open it.
Yeah, we
Say,
shouldn't
I-
ring the first door. We just walk to this apartment and then knock on that door.
I mean, is the lock a physical lock or is it a
We don't know yet.
electronic lock? Okay.
You guys just
As
did a
a rule-
drive-by.
As a rule, there's no physical locks in Sharon.
All right, let's go. And Interchange gets out of the car and starts heading towards the door.
I follow.
Yes.
Okay, I will lock my car. Staring at the hoodlums. And then follow.
I imagine that the gnomes are sporting colors.
Yep.
Is Acid or Archon also wearing any kind of colors?
I mean,
Well,
he's got like one set of clothes. So probably not.
I feel like I wouldn't be, but my hair's purple, so that kind of blends in with the rest of the gnomes.
So it's close enough.
Hey,
Well-
I clean. Occasionally. I swim in rivers.
He doesn't
Oh.
smell like piss. He is piss.
Man, poor breeders.
I know, right?
Poor breeders. Okay. So as you guys come up to the door, you'll notice that. Are you intending to interact with the hoodlums, or are you just going to ignore them?
Pretty much just ignore them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'll be lighting up a cigarette as I walk past them.
yep, they're going to kind of give you the look as you go past them to the door, and one of them, human male, 17 or so, is going to kind of clear his throat loudly as you approach the door.
I just go. I ignore that, but I'm just assuming that the other three are going to deal with it, and I'm just going to inspect the door, see what I'm dealing with.
I just keep walking until he actually says something. Clearing up
Yeah,
throat is
same.
not communication.
What race are they?
The one guy
Human.
is a human. You didn't pay much attention, so the other guy was human size. Could be human, could be elf.
So who made the noise?
The human.
Human.
All right. Then I will immediately stop and say, "You have a fucking problem."
I love it. So he's gonna be like, "Can we help you, folks? You ain't seen you around here
You
before.
can mind your own fucking business. That's what you can do.
Are you stepping
Interchange-
towards him, or are you just getting loud from wherever you
I'm
are?"
standing right in front of
Interchange is going to turn around and be like, just try and just keep it down a little bit. As he like looks around at like trying to indicate like there might be cops around, kind of a thing.
From what you can see of the door lock, it has like either a keypad or it looks like one of those ones that just scans either like your comlink or if you have a proper RFID tag on you.
Do I think that a pass key or a what is the other one? Where is it?
Sequencer?
I have a key card copier.
You would need a
That
key
won't
card to
work.
start with.
Yeah, but I have a maglock pass key.
You could give it a
That
shot.
Sure.
You have to open the thing first, right? To connect it.
For a sequencer, yes. A maglock passkey is literally like a universal skeleton.
Nice.
Alright, well. Oh, man.
Nice.
So you'll just kind of like bust it out of your pocket, give it a swipe.
Yeah. And
Ascend.
can I swipe it again?
Well, no, I got 0 hits. It will swipe unlock.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So it'll beep. Ascend, you hear the beep. The man that you are talking to is going to look literally over you as if you were not there to interchange. Like, where do you think you're going? I don't know you.
It's my apartment.
Man, I kind of want you to roll some con or
Why
something.
don't you just sit back down? And he walks past
I'm
and
working on that.
goes to follow. Interchange.
I feel like a Sam test his hand.
Okay. So they're gonna be like, all right, fine. As Ascend turns around and walks away from him, you get the feeling that he kind of like does a get tough bro at you as you walk away. I don't know if you want to do a horrible thing to a punk kid or if you're just gonna wait to do it on the way out.
I'm just gonna stand outside of Blood's range until I know SM is inside the building.
I feel like as I'm opening the door, and like I hear the guy like make that move, I like my shoulders kind of slouch, and like I'm just closing my eyes and like tilting my head, listening to see if something's gonna happen.
So my
Okay,
back's
just-
to him and he does what?
You ever seen like two guys getting ready to get in a fight and then it kind of breaks up and the one guy does that thing where he like his shoulders like yeah, that's what I thought.
Like lunges at you but stops himself, kind of a thing.
Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't.
that.
Yeah, that whole tough guy thing where you got to be
How
tough.
old does he look?
About 17. filthy
Break
human.
his arm.
It's kind of
I
hard
mean,
to.
he's old enough to fight.
Look, why don't you just go off and play? You've barely fallen out of your mother's disgusting, gigantic vagina. You don't know what the fuck you're dealing with. Just go shit on a rock somewhere.
Damn.
Fucking worthless.
I'd like to think I'm now choking on the cigarette smoke. He just said that. Try to laugh and breathe at the same time while smoking.
But no, if you want to be tough and think you're worth anybody's time, why don't you just stay here? And if you're here when we get back, I'll rip your head off and shove it up that dickhead's ass.
I'm just lighting a cigarette.
Yeah, no, they're gonna kind of look at you like, this motherfucker. All right.
I'd buy that for a new yen.
They were not expecting the amount of grief that a gnome can dish out, apparently.
And then I continue back on my way.
Yep. So you guys will go in. It is not exactly a great apartment building. Like, it's definitely got a little bit of the flavor from outside, but the doors aren't wrecked. It's nicer than living in a McHugh's, that's for sure.
I disagree. There aren't fryers wall to wall.
Well, they're
And she's got a ton of room for
Yeah.
fucking
For her pig to-
riding around on her pig.
I'm not riding the pig, but you are welcome to try.
Yeah, maybe not while we're around.
I still think the pig needs battle armor.
I mean,
We're getting there.
That
if you
pig's
want
gonna
to
get power armor.
if you want to ride around on a literal living bomb, you are more than welcome to do that. I can't imagine it going any kind of way that's good. Cerebral boosters?
For the pig.
Oh, I mean, you could give it a shot.
You know I will.
It's going to take a lot of cybertech points and stuff, and a lot of new units, but hopefully that parazoology book will come out, and we'll have some rules in there for making giant cyber robo-pigs, and we can have
Awesome.
a time, we'll call it.
We'll give him some
Yes.
cyber arms and cyber legs, and he'll be an anthropomorphized pig monster.
Did you ever see that episode of Family Guy with the pigs from another direction? It's like, oink!
No, I haven't.
Family Guy, pig.
It's like a British pig.
Nah, it looks like that. That's basically where you're heading.
Except turn those arms and legs into metal.
Yep. Get it nice and cyberpunked up. But yeah, no, you guys are able to go up to the third floor and able to find his apartment number. You are outside the door. If there's anything you wish to do before that, let me know.
Nope. What kind of lock is there on this door?
It looks like a very similar lock to the one that was downstairs. If you applied your massive brain power to it, you would be able to assume that the one downstairs accepts... Oh, that's right. I forgot you had that. Boop.
Just walk right in.
Open the door, walk right in.
Hi
Nice
there.
apartment.
So you are greeted by the smell of some soy cooking. It doesn't seem like they have added the flavor packet to it yet, but there is the sound of cooking soy, the smell of cooking soy, and the sound of two people in the kitchen.
All right. I just waltz right in, and then is this kitchen like? I'm imagining. Hang on, let me get out a freehand thing, because what I'm imagining.
Sure, let's make the
Is-
artist draw it. What could go wrong?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk right behind them, smoking their kitchen full of smoke.
The door is like this, right?
Mhm.
And then for some reason I'm imagining like this hallway area, and then there's like a counter here. This would be a counter, and then like inside here is like the kitchen. For some reason, that's just how I imagine it, with like a couch here, something. I don't know.
I get what you mean, yeah.
Buy my art. It's that good. Look at it.
I'm quickly Googling one-bedroom apartment floor plans.
Cool.
Excellent. I have found one. As much as
So,
somebody might love your art,
you can see my art in Market Panic. just
True.
like that.
that would be a wonderful April Fool's thing of like, here you go, I drew you stick figures. But that's okay. I have a picture. Bam. Ignore the deck. This place is
Okay,
crappy and
cool.
does not actually have a.
Right. So yeah, I guess
Oh,
interchange.
we can't
I
just
would live there.
have a
Fair.
small head, the top of a small head walking by the counter.
Yeah, I was hoping
hell
there
is
was
that?
I was hoping there was a counter there so that like we could walk and not be seen below the counter.
I like the idea. So yes, there can totally be make a little.
Awesome.
Is the wrong
And
color, but I accept it.
basically, I want to come over here and just like lean up against the counter and then clear my throat if they don't notice me.
Is everybody else coming in, or is it just going to be?
Yeah, I'll step in last and then close the door behind me.
I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna like walk along with interchange, right behind
I'm
him.
gonna walk around the counter into the kitchen and to the stove, and look inside the pot while I'm smoking.
So they're sitting there cooking some dinner, and you're just going to walk in the middle of them. Let me roll a horrific dice roll that's not going to end well.
This
Excellent.
isn't my apartment.
So Acid will kind of walk past the two gnomes who have kind of slunk by things.
Mhm.
Stick her face all up in their business. The guys will be like, what? The woman will let out a scream.
Yep.
Um,
And then interchange just puts his finger to like his left hand, so that the not mech hand, up to his lips, like shh.
See, I'd like to walk up to the bloke and hold out my hand for him to shake. I'm like, you Christopher?
so
What does that even mean?
As
yeah,
in you Christopher, like his name.
Oh, okay.
It's a weird British insult. You, Christopher.
I don't get
How
it.
dare you?
I don't understand. What if I was Christopher?
I'm
So-
sorry.
They're gonna start to freak out a bit about like, what are you doing in my apartment? And she's
Yep.
gonna grab for a let's go with the classic, the frying pan, hold it in a defensive position. He is 19 years old human. He is dressed in not exactly great clothes, but you know they look comfortable for somebody that's not going anywhere outside of their apartment that day.
I mean, I assume he's not shaking my hand then.
Oh no, you have barged into the apartment quite unannounced, and
How rude. This is not how you treat guests.
typically guests have to be invited.
I mean,
Um,
we are past your social norms. This is 2077.
You're right.
I'm
I'm
gonna ask
sorry.
them what's for dinner.
So she is 17, human. She looks all right for somebody that doesn't live in a great place. She looks like she's got a little bit of a belly.
Oh, they're breeding.
The woman's gonna look back and forth between Acid and her boyfriend. You could assume, maybe brother. You don't know. Like,
Brother.
what's going on? We're in the UCAS, not the CAS. And he's gonna be like, "What are you doing in my apartment? Get out! I'll call the cops."
I mean,
Don't
how
call the
far
cops.
away is he from
You don't
me?
want this to turn into a hasty situation.
say
People make
hasty
mistakes
situation?
in hasty situations. In hasty situations, people
I
make
thought-
mistakes.
I thought you were making a pun based upon the soy dinner.
No.
I mean, how far away is he from me?
Well, you were the last one in, and Acid just kind of walked right into the middle of their stove dinner. So I imagine you're still on like
If I'm walking
Decide.
in, that as in closing it, walking in, offering my hand to shake, I assumed I'd be relatively close.
Well, everybody kind of jumped into what was going on without them reacting, so it was kind of like Acid was the one that they're first going to see and that kind of stuff.
That's fair.
Um,
So how close are they to the counter? Just curious.
well, they are kind of backed up against the counter in fear because there are people that have barged into their apartment.
Well, if I'm like behind the counter, can I just like grab the guy's shoulder and just launch him over?
Yes?
I would like to try that.
All
To be
right.
what?
If you want to
Unarmed?
make a unarmed at +2 since you're just going for a touch thing.
Yep. Light touch. It's fine. Where is? Do you want me to do the skill or the attack?
As if you were throwing a punch.
Yeah. Cool. +2.
That's holy shit.
You did well.
That was a beast.
He did well
Yeah.
for a man, but unfortunately, you have placed your. I imagine those things where you kind of like tap him on the shoulder, grab him by the shirt collar, and then.
Yeah. Oh wow, I beat my limit by a lot as well. Actually. That's
What's
quite
your
nice.
limit?
8, but I got 12.
Oh,
Jesus.
Wait, was it 12 or more? I think yeah, it was just 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Yeah, 12. Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
12 out of 8. No, 12 out of 19 because I got the +2. But
Oof, man. Yeah, no. So he. Would you like to knock over things with his body as you lift him and throw him?
yeah, it's kind of like it's a grab him, just dragging him along the counter and then into the wall. Like, not hard enough to hurt, but hard enough for him to feel it and to try not to fight back, I guess.
So the biggest horror movie scream is going to erupt from the girl, and let's see how this goes.
Interchange just shakes his head.
Yeah, that's a bit hasty here.
I mean,
Man.
I'm very hasty.
You are.
So, while Interchange is calling the phone, the number that he got on his Metalink,
Yeah.
to make sure that this isn't in fact the right person, he just walks over and puts his business hand on the back of Archon and be like, "No, we don't need to do that yet."
So
He said he was calling the cops.
Well, he's not doing it now.
a Metalink
Not
on
anymore.
the
No.
on a table in the living room.
And then he looks over at the woman and looks to Ass and says, "Can you calm her down?"
So I
Yeah,
apparently
I was about to cast. I was about to use that magic for that actually, since
Sure.
Archon was going all hands over head here.
I apparently was muted as I was trying to do stuff. So
Boy.
as you call it, a comlink on the table in the living room will begin to ring. Archon, I need you to make a defense test.
Yep.
I really want you to not get enough hits.
I only rolled 9 for defense.
Yep.
So
I just
that's
need
possible.
one.
Yeah. I assume there's no modifiers.
No.
Wow.
Damn it.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
I know.
So she takes a swing at you with the frying pan. Because what is going on here? And my person
I'd
who I
like
live with was just rough handled in a wonderfully cliche way.
I'd like to think I just like tilt my head back and it just goes flying past my face.
Of course.
There you go. I mean, I don't really consider her a threat, so I'm just kind of staring at her now.
Who are you shot bluffing?
And I've only got 2 edge. I shouldn't be spending it on this. But
What are
this
you
bitch
doing?
is wasting our time.
I can.
Who are you
Why
trying
is-
to shot glove?
The woman.
Oh god. What's happening?
I hope she's not pregnant. I really hope she's not.
Oops. So
Did you edge
1,
that?
2 I did.
You monster.
4, 5. So 6 hits.
Alright, so you've got her by 2.
I could have just used hypnotic influence.
I know, but
Just-
you were taking too long.
What? You didn't even give me time to do anything.
I did. There's been at least close to 2 seconds since we've been in here.
Close to 2 seconds. Alright, yeah, so no, she's gonna... Well, she does pretty good on absorbing
Next
it
time we talk to people, we should roll initiative.
before you talk to people.
That might be a good
Not,
idea.
not as you're talking to people.
What are you doing?
So, I'm not actually gonna roll initiative here, because that would be crazy, because
It's better than I could have imagined.
it's already 2-on-1. There is, however, some screaming and some other things. So, what would you?
I think as
All right, Skype
interchange
keeps
is like,
muting
Okay.
on me.
whoops.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I need to move my little Skype box over here so that I can see when it does that. So, yeah, no, we're not going to go into an actual initiative here, but she is screaming as you tase her. The screaming changes a little bit as you tase her in a slightly different fashion. What do you guys want to do? Because you have a few moments here.
So
I feel
she's
like
not
all
knocked
is
out?
lost now.
What do you guys want to do? You want to knock her out? Is that the intention? Because they obviously aren't going to be able to fend you off with their frying pan and nothing.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, she's just wasting our time at this point.
All right. She is now unconscious. Well, what would you like to do with him?
Good.
You owe big Texan guy some money.
Just pin him to the floor.
I mean, I'm still kind of holding him against the wall.
I'm gonna put the flavoring into the soy.
Sure. You have your choice of flavor packets because there's a bunch there. Like, you can pick and choose whatever flavor it is you like.
I'm just gonna pick something that doesn't look shit.
Sure. It is a flavor of your choosing. So you have pinned the man to the floor. He is freaking out. You are informing him that he owes a man some money.
That's pretty much the long and short of it.
He's like, but I told him I would. Is that what this is about?
No, that's not what this is about at all. This
I
is
imagine
about
you just
your cooking
standing there, just stirring the pot as you're like, nope. Look, all right, there was some problems. I lost the car. If I don't have the car, I don't see why I should owe him some money. Oh God, is she okay?
I mean, you entered a legally binding contract with a gentleman of refined standing for to purchase goods. Despite the fact that you have now lost those goods, you are still liable to pay for them.
And how am I supposed to pay him back? I can't work now.
I mean, you can go to the docks, work there. You can go to any store. You can work there. You can pour yourself out. It's a pretty open world, mate.
So what do you attempt to do with your first aid? She's not dead, unless...
Well, do I think that it would actually hurt anything?
So, I don't know. How badly did a certain other angry gnome tase a man? Or a woman, in this case.
I just wanted her,
Just unconscious?
not moving around. I don't care if she died.
Well, I wasn't... It's
Like,
one of those
let's
things...
say on a scale of 1 to 10, I was sure it would take a 6 just to knock her out.
Uh-huh.
I would have done bare minimum 6. Beyond that, I don't care
Okay.
what I flip the dial to.
I wasn't sure if it was one of those things where, oh, she goes limp and falls to the ground, and you're like...
Shocking.
No, I'm not gonna.
The gloves are out of
Make sure
battery
she's
now.
not faking.
It takes time for these to recharge. I don't.
It's like, oh, I know. I'll go take their appliances and plug it into my gloves to recharge my gloves. So he's gonna be like, look, I told him it would take some time, but I don't think he believes me. Obviously, he
What
doesn't
makes you
believe me
think he
because
doesn't
you're.
believe you?
So at this point, Interchange comes over and he says, "Listen, can you put him down for a second? I just want to talk to him. Because as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't really matter if you pay him back or not. Obviously, he wants his money, right? He doesn't care how you get it. We are in a position where we might be able to help you with that. If you could
You
tell
call
us
this
where the car..."
helping?
No, well, this is a bit of an overreaction. You guys freaked out a little bit. I didn't get a
You
chance
walked
to
into
do
my
anything.
apartment.
Of course I did.
You left it
That way,
unlocked.
that way you can't avoid me. I'm very good at what I do. You have to understand. So, if you were to tell me who has your car, where they may be, any information like that, that would be very helpful and go a long way to getting yourself out of this jam in the least painful way possible.
So he's gonna like kind of relax, like, oh god. Like, all right, fine, I'll tell you what I know. And with that, we'll take a quick break to go get a drink and all that stuff, and we will see you guys in just a couple of minutes.
Okay.